Welcome back to my garage. This is just a little, you can get a PiP cylinder part 2, cause been lots of comments, and I think I've spent so many, I'm always in the making custom stuff mindset, and I kind of forgot that most people will not create a completely custom engine to fit the cylinder, of course. Most people want to try to fit this onto something existent. And I'll go out of my way to accommodate that for people. So I will try to customize things as good as I possibly can to make the cylinder as easy to adapt to something existing as I can. There's a but though, and that is that this is kind of created in a no compromise way. So everything is super wide, like these mounting holes, the rear ones, they're 80 millimeter between. The front ones are 88 millimeters between, and there's 68, I think, between front and back here. I just made them as wide as I needed them to be to clear all the ports and the water jacket for the exhaust duct and all that. And you can see the case here. It is super wide, and there's also shrouding for the crank. It's running a 90 millimeter conrod, so it's this is 40 millimeter bore. The crank is 39.3 millimeter stroke, and there's a 90 millimeter conrod in there. And of course, rotary valve intake and huge crankcase volume. And I don't know which pipes will fit this, but I do know my pipe does. And I will of course include dimensions so that you can weld up your own pipe, same pipe as I'm using, the fat short pipe. But any pipe for a 50cc two-stroke will work. But to get as much power as this has been producing here on the dyno, you will need a short and fat one like the one I've made, but you'll get the dimensions for that. So you can see I'm gonna bring it in closer, and you can see what we're working on here with here. And the super wide spacing here is actually a blessing, because there's no existent bolt pattern, I think, at least not in the moped world, that'll interfere with these holes, which means a spacer is not that hard to do. You can see so here we have, this is a Derby Euro 3 cylinder. That's the newest one of the Derby engines, I think, with the water channel in the block. Like the older one, I don't have a cylinder for the older one, and I can't remember what it's called, but this is a gasket from that older one. And somebody commented and wondered why that older one, I think it's DE, like Rabasa, I think they call it. I can't remember the letters and numbers, but the reason that's so popular is because the stud spacing is so large compared to most others. It is, I think it's 56 or 57 by 57. And the reason that's good is there's much more room for a proper exhaust duct, and there's more room for a proper A-port angle, as you can, not be in focus. But anyways, there's still heaps away from this cylinder. It's hard to show you here, but you can kind of see with the gasket in place here. And here's an AM6 cylinder, and that has AM6 has the same spacing as the newer Derby. So here's a AM6 cylinder too. So creating a spacer for any AM6, Derby, and probably most other cylinders shouldn't be a problem. I highly recommend you get a 90 millimeter rod and put that in your crank, or get a crank with a 90 millimeter rod. 95 would be even better. A longer rod is always better because of the angles and how the rotation versus the reciprocating motion, and with dwell times and all that, and also friction. and also volume under for case volume. And well, everything is better with a longer rod, what she said. But I can do, I really can't cut down the cylinder. It is 68.75 millimeters high. This one is. Of course, there's room for a little bit of adjustment here. 68.75, and this derby cylinder is 67.4. So there's not much, like, so the deck height is kind of similar. 67.6. So the deck height shouldn't be a huge issue. Like, you could take off a millimeter here, you'll be close. But you'll need a way to mount this, and I can, well, before talking about that, also the water inlet here might interfere with most reed valve engines. Well, it could. I can probably like redesign this to be angled out from the side to help with that. I should, well, I can do that. So you'll need to make a spacer. It has to be some thickness for it to be stiff enough. 8 millimeters probably should be fine, I think. And then you'll have to like use custom 7 millimeters. Usually there's M7 bolts in these. M7 bolts with like you'll have to grind down the head and just make them so they don't take up much space. I'll show you some little, like, models I made. So what I can do is create the models so that you can order spacers, or I can even make spacers for you. What probably the best thing to do is to make to have spacers, but with extra material in the middle where they're supposed to, where the cases are supposed to join, but with both bolt holes. And what you can do then is strip the case, bolt those on, get them welded on, remove the bolts, and grind to create a much better shape versus what you can do with just spacers and bolts and all that. But I can make those for you too, and include in the, what I'm saying here is I can customize the cylinder, create like a custom fitting kit for you, but you'll have to do a lot of work yourself because it's meant to fit on something like this. And for it to be as good as possible, you really want to create enough volume. Of course, not this much volume, as this is rotary valve. And if you run, well, if you run rotary valve, then yes. But with a reed valve, you don't want as much volume as this. But what I'm saying is, just if you order a cylinder, we'll figure out a way to make it as easy as possible to fit your case. That's what I'm saying. And like, if you can machine away 10 millimeters off the top of your case and bolt on or weld in place a spacer, then you're set. Pretty much set. Pretty much. Okay. Oh, pipcylinders@gmail.com. Email me there if you want one. And PayPal $500 US to Twostrokesstuffing@gmail.com. And I'll be shipping, I said like in August sometime, but as fast as, like whenever I've got a good bunch of cylinders ordered, we can start working on getting the castings and machining and all that. And well, thanks for watching, and I'll try to make it. I'll try. This is funny, like it's a fun problem to solve, making these fit other stuff. So I like it. See you next time.